G'day YouTube, Ranger of Oz here with two people with me on the show today because we have some nerd news to go over. My regular co-host and pain in the rear, Ranger of Oz, who's the top of head you can see, and that's about it. And
You introduce me as yourself. I'm Ranger of Night. You're Ranger of Oz.
Ranger of Night. Oh, be quiet. And my fellow podcaster on Angel Grove Radio, James. Welcome to the channel. Let's get right into it, shall we?
Sure.
Okay, the first one, and probably the biggest piece of news for a lot of people, well, a lot of people our age. Lionsgate and Saban Brands are rebooting the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie.
Yes. So do you think they'll use just the suit and new character, or the same character with new actors?
Well, we don't know yet. I'm kind of like, okay, it's an interesting scenario where I don't know what I want. I mean, having them be new characters who have somehow acquired the powers would be fun. However, there's nothing wrong with having new takes on old characters, especially characters that are, well, let's face it, since Saban Brands bought back Power Rangers, they have been fighting to recapture the popularity of Power Rangers back in the day. They've been doing this by basically trying to remake MMPR with the new series, with
Samurai,
with varying success.
Yes, I liked Samurai enough.
So I don't know. The good thing is Lionsgate. Okay, they're not horrible when it comes to movies. I mean, Hunger Games. You know? And I think, don't quote me on this, but I think they might have done Hellboy and possibly Pacific Rim as well.
And the movie that should not be named.
I'm not 100% sure.
And the movie that should not be named.
Hence why I'm not naming it. So we have a possibility of good quality.
You know, most of the characters you can recast, no one would care that much, to be honest.
Yeah.
The only character that will be hard to be recast is Tommy.
And only because JDF won't allow it.
And he played it too damn much.
Yeah. James, have you heard what he actually did try?
Yep, I've been on the fan boards all day since it happened, because when I mostly have nothing else to do, I go on the fan boards, as Jeff knows. Yes. And I guess he took like Lionsgate's casting director's email and told his fans, "Go at it."
Yeah,
which is what he did with Morphin Madness.
Yeah, true. First he claimed that he's the one that gave Saban the idea, and then he gave out Lionsgate's emails, like the people in charge of it at Lionsgate's emails, some of the people at Saban, and said, "Guys, let them know I want to be in on this."
Did you see some of the tweets that people are doing where they're tweeting their email that they gave to her, and it's all like, "If you don't cast Tommy, this movie doesn't make money because he's the only one who matters. He said so."
Yeah, and there is Matt something. There's a director that's put his hand up to direct it. He's apparently not one of the big names. I personally, and it's never going to happen, and I'm probably going to get shot for suggesting it, but I personally would like to see Guillermo del Toro take this.
It would be nice, but it's too similar to Pacific Rim that I don't think he wants to get typecast if he gets asked.
He's already typecast. He takes the weird stuff that nobody else will touch. Hellboy 2, Pan's Labyrinth, Pacific Rim.
And he say he will do many things and not do it. That's his other thing.
Yeah. So, it's not going to happen. I know it's not going to happen. I think Guillermo del Toro's price tag is probably high.
Jeff.
Yep.
You know what? I'm evil. You know me.
Yeah. Yes.
And I want people to be angry.
Yes.
I will laugh and 3 days if Michael Bay directs.
Yes, James, he's my own personal version of Effie. Trying to get me in trouble. I'm not going to...
Not Matt, we're okay.
What was that, sorry?
As long as it's not Matt, we're okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. Michael Bay is good with these big, imaginative ideas like this. I mean, he took, as much as people malign the Transformers movie, he's taken it and it's making money. How many directors or producers could actually get away with that?
And come on, no one can make Power Rangers more cheesy than it is. Seriously, you can't make it more cheesy.
They could take the Power Rangers and directly copy the script from Zyo Ranger.
Yeah, that is cheesy.
To those who don't know the Sentai, the original footage that Power Rangers was based off, the heroes were actually 5 warriors.
Captain America's.
From a no. They were 5 warriors from a
They were frozen like Captain America, man.
Not frozen so much as magical. It was a magical cryostasis thing with like magic keys that broke and everything.
They're man from another time.
Yeah, but Captain America was World War II. These guys were like the age of the dinosaurs. I think there's a little bit of difference in regards to time frame.
I see.
But yeah, so I think there would be some complaints if they did that. Just a few.
Yes, especially killing the Green Ranger.
Yeah. But let's not go into that one because that would be an explosion. All right, guys. Thoughts, James, guests first. What do you think?
I think because Lionsgate, a lot of people are getting upset about it because Saban's attached to it, but he owns the property, so he was going to be attached to it no matter what. And I think with Lionsgate, they will do good if they get the right people with it. It can be actually a pretty good, decent movie if it has the right people for the film, and who actually do respect the source material and don't go a Brady Bunch movie on it or whatever just to cash in. But we don't know much about it. I mean, there's a lot of rumors that are going around. I mean, I even heard somebody on Twitter say that Toei is going to take the footage from this, replace the American actors with Japanese actors, and make Super Sentai reboot the movie. I mean, there's rumors that are way out there for just announcement of, hey, we're making a movie, has caused rumors to go, like, nuts.
Yes,
and, like,
I heard the rumor, too.
Well,
I heard that Jeffrey Gale is playing the Red Ranger.
That's never going to happen.
Yeah, I know.
You are never going to see me as the Red Ranger, dude. I am too nerdy looking. It ain't going to happen.
Okay, you're the Blue Ranger.
I think I'm too old to play a teenager somehow.
Jason David Frank thinks he can, or whatever he's doing.
Oh, I don't know. I would put that. I would put it as a. I would suggest that would be a Star Trek reboot thing, where instead of old Spock, you got old Tommy and young Tommy.
The way I saw it from when I was, like years ago when I was like a teenager, and I was imagining how they could do a Power Ranger reboot movie. I saw the way to bring in the original cast and how you could introduce Tommy if you have that kind of the scene where he was introduced with the martial arts tournament, where maybe Tommy's teacher for the martial arts for his team is Jason David Frank, and he's going, okay, Tommy, this is what you gotta do. You gotta beat the Angel Grove kids or whatever, and he's the one who's motivating the new Tommy. And so there's this little scene, and there he is.
Yeah, there's his cameo. He'd have like a Stanley walk on. JDF cameo! Andre at Black Nerd Comedy was joking that because Lionsgate, among other things, also do the Tyler Perry Medea movies. So Black Nerd Comedy was joking that it's going to be Tyler Perry directing Mighty Medea Power Rangers. Make it happen.
So you're telling me have the power center be in church this time?
Yeah. Yeah. So this will be interesting. I'm going to keep an eye on things mainly because this is something I do have a lot of interest in. We're probably going to be covering this pillar to post on AGR. So if anybody wants to see that, come on over.
About the casting.
Yep.
They can change everyone, but they need to keep one person. Okay, two. Zordon voice and Alpha.
Yeah. Yeah. If they're going to have Lord Zed show up, they got to do it before Robert Axelrod passes away. I'll agree with that one.
I know the guy who voiced Goldar put his name in the hat going, I don't know about you guys getting the actual original actors in there, but if you want voice actors, call me. He basically tweeted that.
Yeah, well, it's amazing. People want to get back in. Austin St. John has apparently put his hat in. If you guys need me for a cameo, let me know. I'd be more than happy.
They found him?
He popped up by himself.
Was he not missing during the Super Megaforce tape?
Yes, he was over in like Afghanistan or somewhere as a paramedic. He has recently resurfaced. He's going to a few conventions. He has an official Facebook page, Twitter, YouTube.
AGR.
Yeah, he's following AGR. YouTube and a bunch of other things. So yeah, he is back. He's getting into the fandom. He apparently would like to do a walk-on cameo for Power Rangers, the movies. Why not? He missed the last one. He missed the first MMPR movie. I suppose he'd want to get into this one.
Yeah, I can see it working. Like I said, if they go like the teenager, like I said, similar to Jason. Like I can see it scene with the new Kimberly if they're keeping her being, like the gymnastics. Maybe her gymnastics instructor is Amy Jo. Maybe the rapper that the new Zach likes is Walter Jones. Billy might be a walk-on as a science teacher. If they do something kind of similar like that with their cameos, where they're almost like they're mentoring the new Jason, Zach, Trini, whatever, I think that would be good for them. It's like I agree with other people. For the people who want them to be the Power Rangers in the movie, it's like it's 20 years to get over it.
We've got one of the most important things to ask about.
Yeah.
Should they give the Yellow Ranger a skirt?
Well, they have a skirted costume now. The yellow skirt, the Tiger Ranger / Yellow Ranger costume from Megaforce has a skirt. They have a skirted costume now. They have no excuse.
I did not notice that.
Yeah, no, it did. The other question we need, the other suggestion for cast, if they want to get older actors back to walk in, Miss Appleby reprising her role as their teacher. That would be awesome. And Paul Schreier as Ernie.
Yeah. What I find hilarious is that the people who are bashing this movie because it's not Go Busters or it's not Dino Charge or whatever, they're all like, I'm tired of MMPR. MMPR's like, you don't get it. You're in a bubble. The fandom likes other seasons, not just Mighty Morphin. But to average Joe who's going to go see this movie that's not us, all they see is the original 6 costumes, and that's it. Maybe the White Ranger.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they only know the original. Maybe Zeo if you're incredibly lucky.
Yes.
And Turbo would just be, isn't that the movie with the Kid Ranger, and then that's it for them.
Yeah.
Unless they have kids now, don't like it.
Yeah, that's it. That was it. But yeah, so MMPR, the movie, the reboot, coming 2015 or something, I think they're saying. I don't know. We'll see when that comes. I will keep an eye on things and keep you all informed. The 2 people that are probably likely going to see this video.
Yes.
I do another podcast, a Spider-Man podcast, and with the release of the Spider-Man movie this week, I was literally like, okay, good, I'm done with all the movie rumors and casting rumors for a few months until they get to the next Spider-Man thing. But for right now, we don't got no movie news. It should be, a little bit more smaller podcast for me on that show. And it's like irony. Now I gotta go for Power Ranger rumor news.
Yeah. No comics news?
He does a Spider-Man podcast as well.
No comics news? You don't do the comics?
No, we do the comics news, but like all the movie extra stuff, because we had to do like special episodes or spoilers at the end of the episodes. So it was kind of like to the point, it's like, okay, I'm getting done with every week being Andrew Garfield said this, Andrew Garfield said that. It's like finally I can just relax and we can talk about the comics. And now it's like, now I got to do that with Power Rangers. All the who might act, who might direct, who might this, what studio might pick this up.
So what about a short review here? What you thought about the movie?
Spider-Man?
Yes.
I thought it was pretty good. I liked it. There was a few things I didn't like, but when you put it all together, I had more pros than I did cons.
Yeah. That'll do for me because I haven't seen it yet. So. All right, moving right along.
Spoilers, Batman goes up.
Speaking of nostalgia, it has been revealed that the 3rd generation of Pokemon is getting a rehash, redo. Much in the realm of Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Heart Gold, Soul Silver, we are getting, what is it, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire or something like that?
Yes.
And as with anything where you only just hear the news, like today, there is confusion.
You technically read the news, you didn't hear them. I told you about it.
Yeah, and then Decade on Ranger Board told me about it because because she does a contest on her Pokemon board, PokemonGTS.com, in which she'll give away like 5 copies of the game. When a new game.
Wait. Decade's a girl? I thought it was a guy all this time. My mind just went. Literally, it's not the Power Ranger news that does it. It's that.
Well, I think she is. Anyway, the last time with XY, one of the contests for the first time was an Australian. I sourced an Australian copy and sent it to the winner. So
you're hoping Australian win again?
Yeah. So she asked me about that. She asks me about that. I go, yeah, no worries. And then I go into the Pokemon message board, the Pokemon topic on Ranger board, and have the teaser, which is basically white background, words, case, art, all very good. Now, the thing that seems to have caught a lot of attention is that they are referring to it as a brand new adventure.
It's not maybe nothing. It's Nintendo. They call anything old new.
It's entirely possible that it's not, and that's just buzzwords getting thrown out to get people excited and get people talking, because then you go on to and then you go on like the Pokemon website or something, and they were talking about returning to home and everything. So everybody's really confused on what's going on.
Maybe it's like Black 2 and White 2.
Yeah, sequel bait. However, the thing that has come up, and give me 2 seconds to confirm this, because I'm not sure if I'm remembering this correctly, but the thing that seemed to come up was that it was going to be another worldwide release. So much like X and Y, we're going to have a worldwide release,
Yes.
and they are aiming for November 2014. So this year, not even 6 months away.
Yes.
They are going for a worldwide release.
Yes.
This is going to be either incredibly impressive or the biggest clusterfuck that Nintendo has ever released.
Was bugs.
You decide.
And I don't mean the Pokemon kind.
I mean, seriously, correct me if I'm wrong, but even if it's just updating the game and adding new things in, I think that's going to take a little bit more than 6 months.
Especially they need to change the engine. They're using the YNX engine, right?
Yeah, theoretically, they would be using the X and Y engine, which are 3D, lots of zooming in. Your character is not a little two-dimensional sprite running across. It's not top-down. A lot of it is, well, there's some top-down, there's some side-on, there's some in front, there's all sorts of weird and wonderful things that happen. So, yeah, it's an interesting... obviously, they've been working on this for a while. It's interesting
Yes.
to keep it this far under the radar.
Yes. People are asking for this for years, man.
Yeah, they've been asking for it, and they've been asking for it, and Nintendo hasn't been saying anything about it, and then all of a sudden, there it is.
Yes.
How, when, why, I don't know. It just came right the fuck out of nowhere.
So, how your relationship with the third generation?
I didn't mind it.
I don't
I'm,
remember it.
I'm actually having troubles remembering it.
Me too.
It wasn't horrible from what I can remember. There was this one part, I don't even know if I'm remembering this right, where there was an island that only turned up at certain times of the day. And, you know, you wouldn't find it any other time. I never saw it. I saw it.
I remember the NM side of this generation more than the game.
Yeah. Yeah, and I never found that freaking island.
But
But anyway.
you found what you didn't found.
Right, there was an island in Ruby and Sapphire that only showed up, I think it was Ruby and Sapphire. I'm not 100% sure. That only showed up a certain time of the day. Once a day. Certain time. For like an hour. And if you didn't go by that area at that time, there was nothing there.
You didn't have the internet?
Ocean. I don't know what was there. I don't know what the dealio was. Yes, I use dealio. I can't remember what it was about. Yeah, there was an island and a volcano, and it was the first one with dive. I remember that.
I see. Yes, this I remember. And the first main character was dead.
Yeah. So, yeah. Thoughts, opinions, complaints.
Well, I haven't really played Pokemon since the original Ruby and Sapphire, so I don't have much to say about it. But if it's anything like the original, I might pick it up.
Yeah, well, these reboots have tended to be pretty faithful to the original while adding things in. Um, Fire Red and Leaf Green, which was a remake of Red and Blue, uh,
I
Yeah, I
played
had
this
that
one.
as well.
Green, whatever, was released at the same time as Red and Ruby and Sapphire. And
Yes, I played the remake.
yeah, that wasn't too bad. That was a lot of fun. And then, of course, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which came out with uh, Platinum, Diamond, Pearl, which went right through the Gold, Silver, Crystal thing with a couple of improvements, being able to do multiple apricorns with the Pokeball Maker and contests and all that sort of stuff getting
And
added in.
the golden ball
Yeah.
that
Um.
no one in the US used.
Yeah. So, uh, the remakes have been fairly decent. It's basically been updates with new mechanics, new graphical engine, and everything else.
I have a complaint.
So yeah, the November date has me kind of shocked. They're pushing it rather quickly.
Yes, I have a complaint.
Oh.
Please, voice dialogue. I'm sick of reading.
Well, they could with the 3DS. I mean, unless if you haven't picked up XY, oh, this was first time I saw a Pikachu pop up in X and Y, and it used the voice from the TV show instead of the little
Yes,
digitized cry that you. And all the other Pokemon just has digital. It just has the traditional Pokemon cry on MIDI or whatever. And then Pikachu comes up, Pikachu! What? Why?
he's the star, man. The brand name, the icon. He's like the Sting of Pokemon, the Undertaker, the John Cena. Yeah,
Uh,
he's the John Cena because there are people that hate him like John Cena. He is the John Cena of Pokemon.
yeah.
You can't see him. His time is now.
The problem is that you don't see anything but Pikachu. People
Does
wish.
that mean that Team Rocket is Bray Wyatt?
No, Team 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 Rocket is the Nexus because they can't beat him and they get destroyed.
Yeah, repeatedly and with varying amounts of comedy.
Yes.
So, I think that's about what we had planned up. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, the reboot. Final thoughts. I'm looking forward to it. James.
Just, it's kind of funny that just like with a new season of the series, there's already doomsayers that even though all we know is we're making a movie, it's gonna suck and it's only gonna make 8 million out with a 600 billion budget and it's like all you heard is they're making a movie, dude. Calm down.
And Zach is going to get involved, and it's going to be and exactly the same as the Sentai, and yeah, I've seen a couple.
Somebody said that. Somebody said, watch them be so lazy and just dub over the Kuruger movie and put Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie over it, and they're that cheap and they will do that and make a lot of money off it. And it's like, you do not know how a movie works, do you? They're
Yeah, they
not
don't
just
have.
going to take a 20-minute thing and somehow dub it over and then make it an hour and a half.
And they would need to actually make additional content. And if they are really as lazy as people think, they ain't going to do that.
Yes. Man, we're on the internet that everyone is the naysayer. You can say, I'm going to eat breakfast, and many people talk shit about your breakfast.
As sad as that is, that's actually pretty accurate. Uh,
Somebody, well, let's say AGR. Somebody on iTunes complained because Effie, who on our show is Jewish, made a joke about him being Jewish, and then it offended a Jewish person because there was a joke about being Jewish said by the Jewish person.
Yes.
ah,
I
dear.
guess.
Anyway, Ranger of Night, any final words about the the movie reboot?
Yes. People love it and people hate it. No, nothing will people love all.
Yeah, truth. Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
People love it more than hated it.
Yeah. Uh, you gonna give it a look in, James?
I might. Depends on what I see out of it, if it interests me.
Yeah.
But
Well,
about one last thing on the Power Rangers thing. I was just on Ranger Board, and somebody brought up a good fact. Last year, Power Morphicon, one of the people who designed the suits for the first movie, and they designed the Shogun mode for Samurai, they released some very interesting sketches and concept art of Mighty Morphin redesigned for a new movie and the Zords and the Red Ranger, where they said, we are doing it just for fun with Toei and Saban, and now a year later this movie gets announced. Some people were saying, is that kind of fishy?
I think I think it might have started off as just for fun, but they've sort of realized that they can make some money.
They realized that
They can-
Ninja Turtles is estimated to make 80 million in the box office, so holy crap, we can jump on this.
Yeah.
You know, they're saying if it's not broken, don't fix it. And the suit doesn't need a redesign.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe the Red Ranger need what they call it, that they start doing from the Galaxy after with the Red Ranger the mode.
Analyzer.
They need to give Jason the Red Ranger this thing.
Well,
That's the only thing need design for the series.
technically he had one. It was called the Dragon Shield.
It
The-
just
oh, yeah, Yeah, that's what people consider as the proto battleizer.
Yeah. Anyway, I do believe that is all we have to talk about. I will
yes.
keep an eye on more news for the.
I have other news, but you don't want to talk about it, so okay.
I will keep an eye out for the Power Rangers. More news on the Power Rangers stuff. I will be trolling the internet and trying to find out more information. So stay tuned. And other than that, this is Ranger of Oz, Ranger of Night, and special guest James. Thank you for joining us. I know it was kind of last minute.
Yes. Especially
Well, don't
it's
mention
late
after
here.
this news, I had to get out.
And that's it for us. We will see you all next time I decide to put one of
The
these up.
next century.
Tune out for it. Tune into AGR if you want more opinions about the upcoming Power Rangers movie.
In 2099. That's the next episode.
Hey, I usually do one of these like one every couple of months. Come on. Anyway, we will catch you all next time before we take up any more of your time. Bye for now.
Bye.